Hey, you guys, it's Christina from the Purple Alphabet. I wanted to put together some activity kits for my kids. It's been a little bit since we've redone them. So I just wanted to walk you over here and show you where I keep them, and then we're gonna refill it. Down here in the little corner of our family room is where we keep our activity kit. This is just a game that needs to be put away, and we have a whole bunch of slime. That's just where we keep it for now. But down here, stay there. And this little box is our activity kit. It's kind of empty because we've used a lot of the crafts. And then this was also an addition as a game. So I'm going to take this over to my white background, show you guys what worked and what didn't work, what was played with, what wasn't. And then we'll get started adding some new stuff. Here is our box from last time. Plus we had this major game that didn't fit into the box. Usually my rule is it has to fit in the box or else it doesn't go in. But I made an exception because this game was important. So let me just talk about this game real quick. This one was a reading comprehension game from Lakeshore Learning because one of my daughters were working on reading comprehension. This one was grades 4 through 5. They have lower grades too because I know a lot of you watching have younger kids. If reading comprehension is something that you're working on, I do recommend looking at these games. They are appealing because they feel like a board game. It's really pretty and well done too. And you're doing a lot of reading and answering questions in here in order to get through the game board. It was just a really great way to kind of introduce it. I think we need to use it more. I promised you guys when we used it, I put something on Instagram. I haven't done that yet. So I'm going to also do that. So this was a good one. And I do recommend looking into it. It's at Lakeshore. Like I said, if you need younger, they have it for younger too. Just a nice way to work on it, kind of disguised versus like reading and doing worksheets and workbooks because we are not into that at our house. So love this. Look on my Instagram. I know a lot of you don't watch Instagram or my Instagram or don't have Instagram, but it's just a real easier way for me to like show you clips of us doing things off the bat. That's why I put it on Instagram. Everything else in here, there was a whole bunch of art projects in here. Do you remember that? Tons of art projects for Halloween. Oh, no, it wasn't Halloween. It was for Thanksgiving, like fall crafts and things, right? Those are done. We did those. And then these two in here, we haven't done yet. So these are the 3D art craft kits because they're Christmas. We kind of did these last and we are working through art projects right now. So this one's probably going to stay in my kit. The human skeleton, this was a Target dollar spot item and we haven't gotten into this yet. I kind of put it in here thinking they would explore it on their own. I think this is something I might have to do with them. So we're going to come back to that one. Travel tangrams, always a favorite where you have the puzzles on one side and you have to match them up on this side. This is always a good one and I keep it too for travel activities to grab and go. All of these card games came from the Dollar Tree and they need new boxes, you guys. Not impressed with the boxes because as we play with them, the boxes get destroyed. I demoed these in my last video and they're all great. Really simple, easy. I mean, $1.25, I'm not expecting too much, but for $1.25, I got 3 games. It was a win. I wouldn't say that they were like the best games ever, but nice, easy, quick and go ones. Do recommend those still. And then this package filled with balloons. And these are like the twisty balloons, the ones where you can make balloon animals. And this did get used. I helped tie a lot of balloons and there's like a zillion in here. If you're looking for a really good holiday gift or if you have some kind of occasion coming up that needs a gift, the balloons are a really great one. We started using these around maybe ages 5-ish, 6-ish, and it was a little difficult, but now that they're 9 and 11, it is much easier, but they've liked it at all ages. They had different skills at each age, something to consider, but it is a fun gift, especially if you get the ones on Amazon that have the little guidebooks inside. So we have our box here. This is just a shoebox container. I always say use what you have in your home. That's just the best way to go. And I try to keep it this size so I don't go overboard and putting too many things in. We're definitely going to have to put these back in here. I actually want to do this. So if one of my kids doesn't want to do it, I'm going to do it. And the reason why it's just like a little scene. So there's a piece here in the back that has these little grooves in it. And so you put all the pieces into the grooves to make a scene after you paint it. So I might end up doing that. Once again, that'll probably be an Instagram thing. Speaking of all the art things, I wanted to put in our holiday crafts that I got from Target. And I'm excited about these crafts because they're a little bit more advanced. Well, maybe these aren't as much. So I have these little nutcracker ones. I still have seen these for weeks now at the Target dollar section. So if you still want to pick one up, you probably can find one. This is a little nutcracker, comes with the paint. We'll probably use other paint that we have in addition to this and some little jewels and a paintbrush, and we'll probably use some supplies we have at home. This was $3. And I have 2 of those, one for each kid. I do have a whole bunch of other crafts that I bought on clearance last year from Michael's that we've been working through already, but they're like really simple basic crafts and I didn't pay that much for them. I wanted to include these because they're a little bit more complicated and my girls are a little bit older. Now, Target does have some for younger ones, so don't get discouraged by me showing you these. Or you might want to do these yourself. This one is a wreath macrame kit. We've been doing the macrame kits from Dollar Tree and those have been really fun. So I thought this would be really cute because there's little wreaths that you can put and make some ornaments in the 3 different colors. So we're going to try that. This one was $3 too, and there's little instructions on the back. This one's a mini garland kit, and this is so cute. There's like a little Christmas tree and wreath, snowman, and what else we got in there? Candy cane too. And you make a little garland. Now, I'm not expecting this to be huge. I think it's probably, I don't even know if it says the size on here. Probably pretty short. This is recommended ages 6 and up, and it was $3 too. So I only got one of those. It does have paint, paintbrush, the little yarn, and some, looks like some stickers to decorate too. So I thought that would be a fun one to do. And that's probably going to be all, oh wait, no, there's one more for my artsy kind of thing. I know I'm heavy on my arts and crafts and not everybody loves arts and crafts, but it is what it is. I got this little bead kit. This was from Hobby Lobby and they had a ton of Christmas themed bead kits. And so I thought this would be fun to include in here because we're doing a lot of jewelry. I tried to look for one that looked kind of nice and not so cheap. You know, like you can get some really cheap plastic beads, but this one actually looked like it would be decent. Plus it had these little alphabet ones in here that I thought we could like put Merry Christmas or, you know, Happy New Year or a name on there. So I'm going to add this in here too because we've been working on jewelry making. So enough of the craftiness because like I said, not everybody likes crafts. Let's go on to some of the games. I tried to put a game that they can do individually. And this one, IQ Love, was in my holiday gift guide this year. And we've been playing this like crazy. So I know it's going to be a hit, but I wanted to put it in the activity kit because I know they are loving it right now. So IQ Love, I've been playing this and both my daughters have. Even my husband got into it. In fact, we're using these little tabs on here to keep our place of which person is on which page because it's being used so much. My goal is to actually get through the whole book. And then I don't know what my kids, they just want to get through some puzzles. What we have here is this little puzzle frame. So cute. And these really pretty pictures. I did show you the full demo in my holiday gift guide video. And I'll have to put a link down below for this because it's so cute. You might not be able to find it because it's been so popular over on Instagram. A lot of people are buying it up, but I will put it down so you can look at it, bookmark it. I'll try to find a good link for you because they've been selling out. So we have the puzzle here. This is the puzzle book, I guess. And I'll give you a picture that you need to copy. And as you go through the book, it gets progressively harder. So this tells you the clues of where to put the puzzle pieces to begin with. You just put them in, you have to match it up to the picture, which sometimes can be the issue. Half the skill, putting them in the right spot. This one isn't right. There we go. Got it now. See, you would think that I have never done this before in my life. You just put all the pieces in to set up the puzzle. And the beginning puzzles are the easiest because they give you most pieces on your grid here. And then your job is to put the remaining 2 pieces or remaining however many pieces you have back into the puzzle. And since this is puzzle 1, this one is pretty darn easy and it'd be like that and you will have solved the puzzle. But it gets increasingly harder. I'm on this page. I'm on this page. Yeah, I'm on this page. So I'm on the master section. So I'm only getting 2 pieces per puzzle given to me and I have to figure out the rest. So sometimes these are taking me like an hour, me, an adult, an hour to figure out. Now I know I'm not the smartest person in the world, but it has been challenging. It's been fun to really work on these puzzles. And then pretty soon I'm going to get to the wizard level and I'm going to only have 1 piece left to work a whole puzzle off of. And then when I finish that, it changes into a rectangle puzzle on the back. I have even more to do after I've finished all of that. So I am like not even halfway through and I've been working on this for, well, since that gift guide. So well over a week probably working on this puzzle. So this has been very, very entertaining. And if you can't find the IQ Love one, these are all 1 player, by the way. I always like to include something that they can do on their own in these activity kits. There are other ones. So you don't have to get just this one. They have other styles and we have plenty of them. And I've actually shown some of these in previous videos. This one's IQ Digit. It's exactly the same concept, just different theme. We have all the pieces in here and these just happen to be numbers. And there's a 7 upside down. So it doesn't have the little heart jewels, but it has different numbers. And it's the same concept where you have the puzzles all throughout the booklet, starting off easy, going all the way to more difficult, and the answers are in the back too. And so you can play this the exact same concept, the exact same way as IQ Love. It's just with numbers. So you'll set up your puzzle just like the picture shows shows you. Just like that, boom, done. And then you have these 3 remaining pieces that you have to fit into the puzzle, and all the sides have to touch except for one side, I think it is. And so you put the pieces in, seeing where they'll go. Like that. So exact same kind of concept of critical thinking and logic, just in a different form. So if you can't find that IQ Love one, there are different puzzles. So I'm going to put this one in here so I have 2, one for each of them to do. I'll put those links down in the description box. And if I can find some other ones, I will also add those to the description box. Make such great gifts. Then I like to put a game that they can do together. So this one is a very old version of Boggle that we have had for the longest time. I wanted to introduce it to them because I think that they're at the right age for it. Pretty sure underneath here are the storage pieces. Oh, it's down here at the bottom. And here you could store your timer, and we have our little pads of paper and our pencil in here. You just put the lid on, shake it up, make sure one of those letter blocks is in each spot, and then you start the timer. And now you have to find words in all kinds of different directions. So I'm gonna take this lid off so we can see it better. Here we go. I can do RISE, rise, HINTS, hints, TINS, tins, and so on and so forth. So you can go in all kinds of different directions, diagonals to make all kinds of word combinations. Really great way to work on spelling, to work on all of that letter recognition, and even coming up with some new words. So I think this is an excellent game to use, particularly at this kind of, 3rd, 4th, 5th grade level. I don't know what the ages are for this game because I don't have the box any longer. I might have to look that up. But it is a really simple wordplay game, and it's fun, fast paced, and your time. So you have to get as many as you can. I remember playing this when I was younger with my parents, and I was always impressed by the number of words that they got, or the length of the word, because you get more points for the longer word. So I would always try to get as long as I could, and it was a real challenge and really great for vocabulary and spelling. So we're going to put this in as their game that they can play together. I might have to play it with them too, which will be fun. For sensory, because I try to do a sensory game, I'm bringing back this one because it's been in the closet and I think they forgot about it. I always try to bring things back out. It's kind of my way of toy rotation. This was in my sensory video. So I had a video about all kinds of fun fidget set or favorites. So I'm going to put that up in the corner over here. You can go look at it because that's also a really great place to get some gift ideas. I'm not sure if this exact one is still available, but I definitely will find one that is similar. I always try to put something sensory oriented into these activity boxes, and this one fits that because of all the little bubble poppers on here. All the bubble poppers are very popular right now. There's a couple ways that you can play this. The first way is just a balancing game. So you have this base here and working on balancing the pieces on here without them toppling over. Of course, my camera's overhead, so it's hard to see, but I'm putting the pieces on here to make them balance. So an excellent way to work on some fine motor and muscle control. If you wanted to use the game cards that they came with, you can play another game. It actually directs you and tells you which shapes to put on the balance board as you go through. So it says put this shape on, put this one on, and so it kind of gives you the ones. And there's also some fun cards in here, like put 2 more or pull 2 more cards on your turn. This one's reverse order, and so on. So a couple different ways, or you can just play with the poppers, which is totally fine as well. All right, so this is a game that has been in the closet that I think has gotten forgotten about. So we're going to add this in. If you look through your things and you have something and you're not sure if you should keep it, donate it, you don't know if they're interested in it anymore, I highly recommend using it in the activity kit, because then you will know if it's in that activity kit and they're looking through the activity kit and they don't go to it, chances are it's probably time to move that toy on to somebody else, which I have done before in the past. All right, for sure, I'll put a link to this one or one that is similar down below. This one is way too big to fit in the kit, but it will be placed on the side of it, as you've seen before. This is a snap circuit game. It's arcade. This one's for ages 8 and up, and I had gotten this for my daughter's birthday, but she has yet to use it, so I wanted to kind of put it in front of her and remind her that it does exist, because she really likes this. I've actually put a beginner version of snap circuits in the activity kit before, so if you need something that's a little bit younger, because I think she started when she was about 3-ish, I will definitely add that down below to give you a suggestion. But if you haven't used snap circuits before, it's about electricity, and let me grab the little book here at the bottom, and how all the connections work to make something happen. All of these on the tray here are circuits. They do all kinds of different things. Some light up, some make noises, and you have to learn how to connect them all so that they do that. This one's called the arcade, and there's over 200 projects in here with all of the 35 parts. So this is your really great STEM activity, actually. This manual is pretty in-depth. It talks about the parts and how they work. And then once you get through that, there's do's and don'ts there. You get to the projects, and the projects go step by step, plus have these little notes in here for instructions and tips and discussing how the project is actually working. You go through the book, they get more difficult, and then they're also kind of self-checking because your goal is to actually achieve an action for something to happen. If that doesn't work, then one of your connections isn't working and you have to kind of go back and figure out. A really fun activity. It's gotten to the point where my daughter will go through the book and do it on her own. At first, my husband helped her go through all the stuff, and then once she got that, she was ready for the bigger set. So we'll put the beginner set down below. Another great gift option too, and then I'll put this one down below too, because I think this is it might be one of their newer ones. We also showed one in a holiday gift guide that was for the home, where you build a house and you added the lights and things like that too. That one's really good. We still have that one up in the closet. I'll also add that one. You guys, I'm always very grateful for you sharing all of my stuff with anybody that you know. I just love having new subscribers join the Purple Alphabet family. So thank you for doing that. Please click subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure to give me a thumbs up to show your love.